Translate. X1005 Baker takes 6 marker.
Lars von Trier, the guys who start, you know, the idea of dogme in Denmark, said you have to give up somewhere.
You read the vow of chastity is the basis of dogma filmmaking, it's a set of rules, the last paragraph. It says specifically what the director has to do, which is not be concerned with the movie as a whole, but only some moments.
It's a way to make films that force you to be creative and force you to concentrate on the story.
With the style of dogma, you know, I was getting this raw look that I was looking for, and this, you know, intimacy with Petru, my main character.
It's about stripping down all the elements of the classical filmmaking, the technical details of filmmaking, so that we can have more time to work with actors, story, and camera.
This will work from the first customer scene. I saw a celebration last September, and I was so impressed, you know, when I was looking at this movie, and I was picturing Petru, I don't know why, along the way as the movie, you know, was on the screen. And on my way back from France, I called Zentropa and asked them, you know, how they made this movie, what was the manifesto, the vow of chastity, you know. And so they signed me a package.
It's 10 rules, it's these 10 commandments, it's tongue-in-cheek, you have to take it that way.
It started off as just maybe kind of a joke in making the movie Celebration, where they just made 10 rules and decided to stick by these rules for the purpose of that film. And it's grown and become a style of filmmaking. So the first rule, of course, would be just camera handheld. Only using camera handheld. No grape, no cranes, no dollies, no tracks, you know, nothing like that. The camera's always handheld, always, you know, either shoulder or in his hands. No screens, no scrims, no flags, no nets, no lights, no electric. Only using available light. You can move around the available lights that's on the set, but you can't bring in your own lights.
What they're saying is, here's 10 rules, be aware of them. So it's interesting when you're aware of the rules and you start to have to be more innovative in ways around them.
They're not encumbered by lighting and stuff, and oh, is that in the shot, is that in the shot? Yeah, he can basically light.
Catching his eye line?
See?
Isn't that great?
So what that means is that you can like move all around and the scene can just go.
The camera moves more, so you're a lot more movement. You can pretty well go wherever you want, the camera will be following. Or you can turn around, it's up to the cameraman to keep up.
You end up adapting to your environment instead of having to force your vision on a location constantly. The location forces itself upon you. So the location becomes a character in the film.
Where am I?
Where are we?
We are at Versatile Shipyard, which is the site where we shoot Noroc. The almost entire movie was shot there.
Look for junk.
Look for junk?
To us, this is cool stuff. To other people, it's junk, but to us, it's pretty cool stuff.
Oh, I like it.
I think that this will make a really good area to put photographs on.
This shipyard was one of the biggest shipyards in 1945 during the Second World War II. And you know, 15,000 people work there, so it's a lot of history. And when I was writing Noroc, you know, I was feeling some night, you know, the ghost on the place, you know, and it was pretty nice for me, you know. I have such a great feeling sometimes.
They've shot actually several movies down here. This here is a room we set up for a scene last night. It's a scene where actually a bum lives. So the mattress, the candles, the bench, the graffiti. There's some really ragged photographs on the walls that were there. We didn't place anything there like that. everything we use has to be here. We can't go buy something or make it or design it or build it. It has to be on this set. That's one of the rules of Dogma.
It's all found.
Found in the premises. We can't go and buy stuff. It's just stuff that we find in the premises that is part of the Dogma 95 theory.
Hey! What are you doing? Come back! Hey!
What happens is that in terms of character development, because you live in your character, you end up with levels and subtexts that add texture and richness to character that you don't always get when you work in the other kinds of formulas that are available in commercial filmmaking and television.
It's very much like theater in a way, but it's not restricted. So there's a lot of improvisational work going on.
Let's have a toast!
Let's have a toast!
To Frank! To me!
To the shipyard!
Shipyard!
Everybody had to collaborate to work on the script, and everybody's giving their input.
If some lines you feel aren't working, we try and make them work.
Yeah! It's Peter Macho, he's a photographer.
Qu'est-ce que? Je m'en fâche.
You're romantic.
Charlie, j'ai entendu qu'il y a un problème.
Yeah, English!
I think one of the main things in front of the camera is that if it feels right, then it is right, and then it leads you towards being the most effective you can be.
We had the support of JVC Canada. They just came up with a new digital video format called Digital S, and we had their support. JVC Canada came in and provided equipment for us to shoot this film on that format. Shooting films on video is a completely new technique, and I think it's interesting that we have the technology now to do this kind of stuff. And now, with computer up-resing processes and stuff like that, we're able to take film or video and transfer it to film with amazing results, and that has blown open a whole new experience for filmmakers. Because celebration has become so tied with Dogma, it's hard to separate the technical from the philosophical, but that's what it represents. Really is a whole new way to make films, that shooting electronically.